My name is Rick Rosio. I live in Missoula, Montana, and what we're sharing with you today is a log from some of our clients and friends who are too sick to be here in front of the legislature. We will see people who are here with us today and some who have left us. And I hope that this touches you as it's touched me.
I would say that they definitely need to take a second look at this marijuana situation, and I think that it wasn't thought out properly before it was put to a vote, and I'm glad they put it to a vote, and I'm glad that it's helping, like my friend right down the road, and, he's got cancer, and he's not going to be around with us very long, and he's in serious pain, and he needs it for his pain. When I grew up, I wasn't a pot smoker, and I really don't consider myself a pot smoker now. I medicate with the stuff occasionally. I've had 5 major back surgeries, and I've had my neck broken, and it's all things I did to myself, so I can't really blame that on anybody but myself. But I'm a pretty beat up guy, I've probably broken every rib I've got at least 4 times. And I've been lucky I haven't had any major breaks except my neck. And that's when I started back to trying to get a hold of some of it, when I broke my neck. And that was in Minnesota. And there was a ranch I was working on where the stuff was growing wild on the riverbank. And I picked some buds and smoked it, and I felt a hell of a lot better. I was about a month out of the hospital with a broken neck, and I was breaking horses for a living. And it's kind of hard to mount a horse that you know is going to buck with a fractured neck and a lot of pain. And some people would say I was stupid for doing what I did, but I did what I knew how to do to keep my family going. I've got PTSD. I was in the Vietnam War. I've been diagnosed with PTSD, and I feel that cannabis helps it quite a bit. I don't get depressed like I used to, and I just feel like it should be continued to be legal for people who need it.
We're going to be horribly irreverent.
Okay.
You are going to edit all this, right?
Well,
Yes, I am.
I've got a terminal diagnosis. Oh, that's good stuff.
There you go, my friend.
Anyway, as I was talking about before, having a terminal diagnosis, it's anxiety relieving. It helps me eat when I don't think, why should I eat anymore? If you don't eat, you lose the race. Eating is essential. And if something will make you eat or stimulate your appetite, it's worth its weight in gold. And they don't have a whole lot of drugs that you can take that make you eat or make you want to eat. This isn't overbearing. It's to each person's capacity. It's simplest thing to do. And once a sick person has tried it and been relieved from that burden, it's kind of unspeakable. And that's the part you gotta stay positive through. So please, Please see it our way. It's not a Montana pro-po. It's a Montana issue. It's a real issue. And cancer is everywhere. You have to be understanding. It's not the common thing. Excuse me. I choke up when I speak about it because who knows, a couple weeks I might not be here.
I was in law enforcement. I'm obviously now retired. The medical marijuana has helped. I unfortunately pretty much spend most of the day in bed. The marijuana assists me in the pain situation. It should be licensed and like any drug, as it is now. And people should be licensed that are going to use the drug, and it shouldn't just be sold to anyone. There should be, legitimate prescription usage.
My condition is multiple sclerosis. Oh my God, I've had this since documented 1974. And that's when my 40-year dash time slowed down from 4.5 to 4.9. Medical cannabis, my appetite. You're looking at what used to be 175 pounds. I'm lucky if I weigh 147. I eat. I enjoy eating. And yes, it has, to some degree, the spasticity that is associated with multiple sclerosis has gone down. Puts me in the right frame of mind. Having my right taken away for cannabis, it's wrong. There's a lot of people that benefit from this. So it's just wrong.
My son, Jamie Guerin, he had Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. He ached all over all the time. He became a patient of medical marijuana through his pediatrician. He was in a wheelchair by the time he turned 10. He lost so much weight. He was down to 25 pounds at 17. When he'd wake up in the mornings before the medical marijuana, he never had an appetite. If you barely touched him, he was hollering. You were hurting him. But once the medical marijuana came into our lives and his life, he could smoke before he got out of bed, and then he was able to be handled. Someone could pick him up and touch him and put him in his chair. Before my son passed away in October, he was afraid of dying. He was afraid to let go. He was afraid that he was going to go back and hurt. And his biggest question is he wanted to know if his meds, his medical marijuana, if there was some in heaven to help him with his pain, because he was afraid it had helped him so much here. And I think that, medical marijuana does benefit the people that's hurting and the people that are sick, no matter if they're a child or an adult. I think they should be allowed to have what helps them, that makes their life easier. And medical marijuana did make my son's life a lot easier.